4, natural logs. Write this down for me, would you please? We just got done doing common logs, okay? We just had a section on common log. It was 8.3, and a common log is log with base of 10. Now we are in what's called a natural log,
Base 1.
okay? And natural log is a log with base of
1.
E. What in the heck?
Oh, no.
Natural log is log base E. Log base E has a special name. Kind of like in your calculator, log base 10, you can just type in log, L-O-G.
Logger.
Log base E in your calculator is called LN for log natural or natural log. On your calculator, they should be in close proximity to each other on your calculator. You have LOG and you have LN. We're going to learn what LN does today.
I got him.
Okay?
I have N.
ln and log E are the same thing. That is what ln means, is log base E. So if I have an exponential function, listen to this real quick. Shh. If I have an exponential function, let's say I have e to some, well, let's just do this, okay? Let's say I have $100. This is p e to the RT power, so 0.05, that's 5%, and I'm going to say t. I want to know how long it's going to take for that investment to turn into $300. It was $100 to begin with. I want to know how long it's going to take to turn into 300. What I have to do is I have to solve for t, but since t is up in the exponent, to get rid of the e, I have to do ln, because ln and e are inverses of each other. Okay, so we'll talk about how to solve for that today, but this is why you use ln and why you use log base 10 is because when you're doing compound interest, if I want to know what it is, like how much money I have after a certain period of time, I can just plug in a number for t and be done, right? But if I want to know how long it will take me to get to a certain amount, I have to use ln or log base 10 in order to figure that out, okay? So that's why this is important. Now, we talked about what e is before. E is a number. If you want to circle this right here, 2.7182818, he is a number that naturally occurs in compounding interest. So like when we have PERT, like A equals PE to the RT power, E is a number that naturally occurs in compounding interest, okay? The opposite of E is ln. All right, let's go down to an example. Write each exponential equation in log form. Give me your eyes, please. A and B, here we go. This is in exponential function land, right? We need to convert him to log land, okay? So I do it the same way as I always have. Log, what's the base of the log?
E.
E, it's the base of the exponential function. So I have log base E of what? 14 equals x. Okay, now, real quick, normally we would be done, except what is log base E equivalent to? What is log E? ln. So this is ln of 14 equals x. And can you type in ln of 14 in your calculator?
Yeah, it's
Sure.
2.6390573.
It's 2.63905. So 91. That is what x will be. Do you see how that works? Okay. So we switch it, and anytime we have a log base E, we write it as ln, yeah? Okay. Let's do the same thing again here. So for part B, we're switching him from exponential land to log land. He is log with a base of E of x equals 7, okay? And this is ln of x equals 7, okay? And they're not wanting us to solve for anything. They just want us to rewrite it. So ln of x equals 7, because there's nothing really to solve for, okay? Good? Yeah? So switching back and forth from one to the other. Log base E is equal to ln. Maybe write that real big somewhere. ln equals log base E. So you know. And you can swap those values in and out. Simon, are you writing this down? Put that away. Carson, are you writing this down? All right, ln equals log base E. There he is. Okay? Okay, next page. Moving on. Now, we're going back the other direction, and there's one little baby step that we have to do first. There's one little baby step. We're in log land. ln of 9 equals x, okay? But before we switch him to exponential land, here's what I want to do. I want to switch ln, and I want to rewrite him. What is ln? He is log base E. Now I can go to exponential land, right? So in exponential land, what's my base? E to the x equals 9. Before you switch, change that ln to log base E, yeah? Let's do the same thing for part B. ln is the same thing as log base E, and now we switch him to exponential land. So what's the base? E to the 1.7347 equals x, right? Base, and then these guys switch places. So this base to that number equals x. It's like a circle pattern, right? This guy to this guy equals that guy, right? Base to that number equals x. We're going opposites, right? Like e to the x power equals 9. Okay? We're just switching them. But before we switch, rewrite ln as log base e. Okay? That was A and B. Done. All right, now we've got some special things to do. They want us to write things as a single log. So we are condensing these things together. How many pieces do I have? 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, so we've got 3 pieces and we want to put them together. ln is the same thing as log. We can put stuff together. And when we put stuff together, multiply means that we are going to add. And divide means we are going to subtract. Okay? Multiply and add mean the same thing. Divide and subtract mean the same thing. Okay? All right, so we're condensing stuff. Here we go. Before I can put anything together, I want to look at any numbers that are out in front of my ln. So like 1/3. He has to go where? He's an exponent. So this is 8 to the 1/3 power, right? What the heck? What does the 1/3 power mean? That's the cubic root, right? Like the third square root or whatever, the cubic root of 8. What is the cubic root of 8, by the way? 2, okay? So I'm going down here to this middle piece. Okay, this says ln of 2 minus ln of 3 plus ln of 9. Got it? Okay? All right, so there's that. Do we see how that works? Minus means divide. Plus means multiply. So look how they condense these first two. ln of 2 minus ln of 3. If we're putting that stuff together, it's ln of 2 divided by 3. Do you see how that goes? Okay, ln of 2 minus ln of 3 is ln of 2 divided by 3. That means divide, okay? Now, what does plus mean?
Multiply.
Multiply. So I'm going to take 2/3 and I'm going to multiply by 9, all right? What's 9 as a fraction?
9/1.
9/1. What's 2/3 times 9/1?
18/3, which was 6.
18/3, which is 6. So final answer, ln? 6. That is condensed. That is completely put together into a single log. Minus means divide, plus means multiply. Got it? Okay, so you're just looking at the numbers. I'm taking these two and I'm dividing them. I'm taking and multiplying by that guy. Okay, minus means divide, plus means multiply. Good? Okay, let's go to the next one. Now we're going to actually be solving something. All right? So here we go. Make sure you're paying attention. What I want to do first, and the rules always, when you have an equal sign, here are the rules. Rule number 1, do as much algebra as you can. Step 2, when you are stuck, switch lands. I'm going to say switch to other land. So if you are a log function, you're going to switch to an exponential function. If you're an exponential function, you're going to switch to a log function. Okay, I'm going to do this over here. I'm going to rewrite him. -2 e to the x plus 3 plus 8 equals -14. I'm going to do my own work over here. So rewrite this guy over here so we can do our own stuff, because they get kind of muddy and messy. Okay? Good, good? All right, step number 1, do as much algebra as you can. What am I solving for, by the way? Here's my equal sign. We're going to keep track of him. We're solving for x. So circle x. Make sure you know where your equal sign is. So I'm trying to get x by itself. So I got to get rid of everything else. What do we do first?
Subtract the 8 over.
Minus the 8 over. Yep.
-22.
Okay. -2 e to the x plus 3 equals -14 minus 8.
Divide by -2.
-22. Okay, hold on. You're ahead of me. Are we good so far? Okay, then what?
Divide by 2.
Divide by negative 2. Divide by negative 2.
So,
E to the x plus 3 equals
11.
11. Okay, now what?
Switch to log.
Now we are stuck, right? We cannot do anything else algebra-wise until we get rid of this e and get this x down out of here. Ready? So what we do is, normally we would say, okay, can I get e and 11 to be the same base, right? Like if this was 2 and 4 or whatever, we could try to make those the same base, but I can't. So I would normally log both sides. Don't write this down, right? I would log both sides, but instead I'm going to ln both sides, because guess what happens to ln and e? They're gone, so I have x plus 3 equals ln of 11. And then I do ln of 11 in my calculator, and to that I subtract 3. So x is equal whatever ln of 11 minus 3 is. Now, you have to do ln of 11, that whole thing, then subtract 3. This is not the same thing as ln of 8, right? 11 minus 3 is 8, but you don't do ln of 8. It's ln of 11, whatever that number is, minus 3. Okay?
Negative
0.6021.
No.
Yes.
So L, N, and E cancel.
ln and e cancel out, and everything else gets to just like come down. It's very nice.
Whoa.
Yeah. ln and e cancel out. Ba-bam. Just like that. That's beautiful. Very beautiful. Okay, do we have more? Yeah, we got one more. We're going to do one more. It's just this one right here. Solve natural log equations. Okay, are we happy with that? Anytime you have an e and you want to get rid of it, do as much algebra as you can and then switch it, right? Or put an ln in front of both sides, okay? All right, here we go. Example 5. Last one. Oh, okay, I'm going to do it over here. 1 over 6 ln of 5x equals 2. What would you like to do first?
I would like to
I
divide
don't want to put the 1/6 up there.
by 1. Multiply by 6.
I'm gonna divide by 1/6 to the other side, or multiply by 6 to get him to go to the other side, right? You could, but it's gonna make it very messy. Okay? So now I have ln of 5x equals 12. Okay, step number 1 said do as much algebra as you can. Am I done doing algebra? Yes, I'm done doing algebra. Now what do I do?
So you want to divide ln of 5?
Can you add another ln and
Well, divided
No,
by...
because ln and ln don't cancel with each other, right? But this ln is log base e.
You want to do 12 divided by ln 5.
Okay, no. Because the 5 and the x are attached to each other. So ln is the same thing as log base e. Now I want to switch him to an exponential function. What's the base? E to the 12th equals 5x. Now how do I get x by itself? Divide by 5. So whatever e to the 12th power, which is a huge number, that number divided by 5 will give me my answer.
Wait.
E to the 12th power. Everybody look on your calculator, find the e button.
I must have missed something. Why is it e to the 12?
Okay, because we're here. So we have ln of 5x equals 12, right? But ln is the same thing as log base e.
32,000.
Then we switch
Okay,
it.
so then you take
To
that
the
12.
12 equals 5x. Yeah. Okay?
Way out.
32,550.
After you divide by 5?
32,550.95823.
32550.
Put this on
823.
32,559.9582. 83.
83. There you go. 32,550.9583. Okay? That is your number. It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the rules? Number 1, do as much algebra as you can. Number 2, switch it to a different form. So if it's in log land, switch to exponential. If it's in exponential land, switch to log. Yeah? ln is the same thing as log base e. Yeah? This is how you solve. Okay. All right. Homework. We're not doing any of the graphing silly stuff.
2,
Do
11, 14.
2, 4. These are just switching. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Those are all switching from log to exponential. I want to make sure you know how to do all those. That seems like a lot, but you're just switching from one to the other.
6, 8.
Okay?
2 through 18 even.
That's good.
20, 22, 24, 26. Those are all condensing. 28, 30, 32. And 34, 36, 38. Holy cow. Hold on. Just. All the evens. 2 through 38 evens. 2 through 38 the evens. Most of that is just switching stuff. 2 through 38 evens. That's a lot. Wow. Why am I so mean?
Because you're mean.
Woo!
Stop being mean.
Woo! Okay. All right. Use your time. Use your time. 2 through 18 should be like free points to you. You're just moving stuff around. Okay? Also, by the way, FYI, folks, hold on just a second. Did you guys know that this was a thing? I don't know if you've ever like gotten stuck on a homework problem and you're like, oh crap, how do I do that? It tells you, go back to example 1 if you're doing one of these and you can look at example 1 to see what you're doing.
I just know
Go
what I'm
back to
doing.
example 2 if you're looking at these, right? It tells you exactly which examples to look at, right? Makes sense? Hey, yes. Go ahead. Woo! Okay, all
We do the
right.
first one together. I'm a little lost.
The first one, you're switching to log function. So log base
E
of
45
equals,
3x
okay, but what is log base E?
ln.
So ln of 45 equals 3x. Done. Now you can also get to that point by doing this. Instead of switching it, like doing the round switching thing, put an ln in front of both sides, right? And that will cancel. So I have 3x equals ln of 45. 3x equals ln of 45. However you want to look at it. You can either ln both sides, or you can do the switchity-do thing, right? Yeah. All right.
ln 10